Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today we're going to do a few days of a Heal with Me video. Cooking, cleaning, meditation, walking, different brain retraining exercises, lather, rinse, repeat. This is how it's done. So I hope you come along as you heal with me today. Remember, this is not a race. Stop and drink your tea. Take some breaths. Play some relaxing music. This is meant to be relaxing and easy. We're focusing our mind on something so that we don't obsess about sensations. But if you need to stop a task, that's perfectly fine. You go at your level, you go at your pace, and you never, ever race. as you move from task to task, don't forget to take time to breathe, to move slowly, to have a sip of water, to just notice your surroundings as you go. forget to stop and breathe. Release any tension from your body. as you do tasks all throughout the day, we built up this tension, and it's so important to release it. How does it feel? Do you have tension in your arms? Are you holding your breath? If you're holding your breath, let it out. If you need to shake your arms. Feel the water on your hands. Be in the moment. Walking meditation all day long. We are meditating as we go. We're feeling our sensations. We're allowing everything to be. We're staying in the present moment. We're listening to the sounds. We're being aware of our surroundings. We're focusing on the task, but we're never pushing more than we can handle. We're enjoying the process as we go. Don't forget to stop every now and then and breathe. Let the tension out of your body. Bounce on a yoga ball. Feel the breath. Allow the tension to release. This is really important to do throughout the day as you do tasks. Stretch. Feel in to your body. Release. And now take a seat, get comfortable, take a breath, and let's do a mindfulness meditation. So when you're ready, close your eyes, settle in, and let's agree to come to this spot every day, to give yourself this time to sit down, to relax, and to unwind, to sit comfortably in an upright position, to breathe in and out, and to be right here in the present moment. Feeling what it feels like to just be here now. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to fix or change or do. It's time to just be. To be right here, right now. To just be in this present moment now. And so take a few grounding breaths and notice the air moving in and out of your nose. Just allow yourself to witness the natural rhythm of your breathing without changing it. Just allowing it to be exactly how it is. Notice the gentle movement of your abdominal wall, rising and falling ever so slightly. And feel your body, what it feels like to sit on the chair. Feel the weight. Feel where it touches and holds you. And just notice your breathing, allowing your breathing to become an anchor. And when you notice your mind drifting off, we just gently call it back to the gentle rhythm of the in or the out of your breath, wherever it happens to be, on an in-breath or an out-breath. Just being here now and noticing, bringing our awareness back to the breath as our anchor that reminds us we don't need to do anything. We just need to notice this breathing and notice that we are here now. And as we get a sense of our body on the chair and our breath and the flow and the gentle rhythm of this in and out breath, the weight of our body on the chair and all the points that is touching and feeling the weight now. We get a sense of our entire being from head to toe. And we just sit with ourselves now in this awareness, in this loving present moment. should our mind wander to memories of the past or worries of the future or tasks of the day, we gently guide it back to the anchor of the breath. We remind ourselves to be here now. And we may notice sounds in the distance, in the room, close or far, even sounds from outside. We may hear the gentle hum. We may hear birds chirping in the distance. We may feel the wind on our face, or feel the dry or hot or cool air. And from time to time, we may become aware of sensations in our body. An itch, or a throbbing, or a pulsing. And we may become aware of a fluttering, we may become aware of a tingling or a buzzing. We may become aware of any number of sensations in our body. And when and if these sensations become too overpowering, we go straight into them, sensing them, allowing them, noticing them, without trying to change or fix or control them in any way, but we simply allow them to be just as we are, here, right here, now, in the present moment. We may become aware of any number of emotions swelling or rising. Coming to the forefront. And if we do, we just notice them. Whether it's a sadness or an anger or fear. Whether it's a shame or a guilt. Or helplessness, or even hopelessness. We just notice these emotions that swell and rise up and dip and speak to us. We allow them to speak through the sensations that they entangle with in our body. And without trying to fix or stop or suppress or reject any emotion, we allow it in its fullness to be here now. And if any sensation or emotion or thought should carry us away from being completely with the self right now, we allow that thought to pass like clouds in the sky without ever grabbing onto them. And we bring our attention back to the anchor of our breathing, the slow and steady rhythm of the in or the out breath as it falls and rises, a constant stream of breathing that never leaves us. And we feel our complete self, our body, our emotions, our sensations, and we allow the full depth and breadth and expression of all that they are here now in this present moment, where we can just be free to be. self is here and now, in this present moment. Nothing to do. Only to be here now. The completeness of your full allowing, of your full surrender to this present beautiful moment. And when you are ready, you bring awareness back to your body, deepening your breath now. A longer inhale and a full exhale. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And open your eyes and orient around the room, taking in the fullness of this present moment. And thanking yourself for giving yourself this time to just be here now, completely present. And you take another deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And end with a statement of love. Before you turn around and come back to the room. Have a sip of water and get up. Move around and know that you've just given yourself a beautiful gift. And you can return to this anytime you want.
How are you? Hi. How are you? Hi. Are you a good dog? Are you a good dog? Are you a good dog? Are ya? Are you a good girl? Hi. Hi. Are you nice now? Yes, are you nice now? Oh, you're such a nice dog, are ya? Are you giving me a hug? Are you giving me a hug? Are ya? Oh, that's a nice duck. Yeah, I love you too. Yes, I do. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Pixie. Good girl. Yes. What a good girl you are. Yes, you're a good girl. Do you want to lie down? Mm-hmm. Hi. Hi. Are you nice? Are you nice? Hmm? Hi. You are nice. Yeah, you are. Hmm? Yeah, you are nice. Yes, you are. Good dog. Mm-hmm. Good dog. Mm-hmm. Good dog. Yeah. Oh, you're a good girl, aren't ya? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wanna go see Mommy? Lie down on your bed. There you go.
And gently returning to a task. We want to get our mind focused on something else now. Something easy and gentle and methodical, but no longer ruminating or thinking about the sensations in the body. Now we move to something new. We give our mind a redirection of focus. My kids will be home from school soon, so I'm just going to prepare dinner, breathing in and breathing out. We're never doing anything too fast. I actually prepared this casserole yesterday, so it's just ground chicken and cauliflower. So the bottom layer is like a ground chicken, the top layer is a cauliflower, and then I'm gonna prepare a salad as well. just gonna prepare my ingredients and then wash them. It infuriates me the way they wrap organic produce in plastic. But in the winter, there is no farmer's market, so we have to make do. I am eating a healthy keto right now. So lots of vegetables, meat, and cruciferous vegetables. So this, like I said, is the ground turkey on the bottom and a mashed cauliflower on the top. It'll go into the oven and then we'll serve with a side, and I'll make a keto dressing. So I'll leave those few dishes to do after we eat dinner. I'll put the casserole in the oven after the kids get home from school, and we'll be all set. I want to save some energy for tonight to work on a Valentine's project for my daughter. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and she will be bringing, I ordered because I just can't make right now, shortbread cookies, a bunch of shortbread cookies for her class in the shape of a heart. And I went and had my husband get some icing, and we'll just write each child's name on it. So I'm looking forward to doing that project with her tonight. So now I'm just gonna sit down and literally look around for a while. I know this sounds very boring. I'm going to stare out the window. Look for things on the water out there. I'm going to look at things in the room, just orient myself, look at different dishes, look at different things around the house, around the kitchen. Just orient myself to my environment, do nothing, and drink some water. It's important that we have times where we do nothing so that our body can get used to settling, coming down, realizing it doesn't have to fight ourselves, getting comfortable with stillness, getting comfortable with, that's why you do somatic tracking exercises and meditation exercises. One is so you can get comfortable with the sensations, and the other is so that you can get comfortable with the silence. And so sometimes you're practicing those, but it's often good just to sit and be still. How is our practice working in real life? Can we just sit for 5 minutes maybe for 10? I know the urge to get up and move or distract or do something is great. It's hard to just sit. It's hard. We don't like to be with ourselves, especially if we have symptoms. So, we have to practice. And so now we are just going to sit. Find it really distracting just sitting, you can drink some water, you can put on some relaxing music, you can maybe even, just hum to yourself or sing with yourself, but try not to need an outside stimuli. Try not to need anything other than yourself to rest. Because often when we rest, we're not really resting. We're consuming media, or thinking, spiraling about what we have to do later. We're not truly resting. It's okay to do nothing. Just look at this straw. To look at this glass of water and see what we can see in there. It's a beautiful day out there. It's hard, I know. It's hard to be with the sensations. But it's also liberating to know you don't have to move. You don't have to do anything. And everything will still be okay. Life will be okay. You will be okay. Your body wants to find homeostasis. It wants to be at peace. Isn't it interesting how we're so afraid of silence and we're afraid of stillness? As if there's something to be afraid of. You know, like sitting with ourselves, even without sensation, seems difficult. If you look outside, nothing in nature is afraid to be still, is afraid to be with itself. The birds, the animals. My dogs are lying down, just peaceful, just with themselves. Nature intended us to be able to be completely comfortable, to be with ourselves, to be silent, to be still, to just be in the moment, to be here in the moment. It's crazy, isn't it? The way our lives rush. How we have to do. How we have to continue to do and become instead of just be. The way everything else in nature, they just are in the moment. My dogs love doing things, playing, going for walks. But they are so content most of the day to just curl up and be still. It's amazing, really. What are we afraid of? I know those of you with symptoms and sensations want to outrun them or want to fight with them. But that's just the fight or flight mechanism of the nervous system. And we want to settle that because you'll never outrun them. And it's not until you're comfortable with being with them that they will go away. It's not until your body gets used to not fighting and not running that it feels safe in the moment. And when it begins to feel safe in the moment, safe with yourself, safe, then your nervous system will start to change. Then fight or flight will start to release. Peace will start to come back to your body. Now it's difficult because we sit and we say it didn't work. But even though you're sitting, when you've been fighting and running for so long, even though you've sat, your mind, your body, it still feels like it's fighting and running. It's not content yet. It's not relaxed yet. And so teaching our body to be content, to be relaxed, it's training. It might feel uncomfortable. And you might only be okay with doing it for seconds, minutes at first, maybe hours when you get good at it. And that's when you start to notice changes and improvements. But if it's too uncomfortable, sometimes it is hard to go from here to here. So we need to just continue to walk around the house, but slow it down. Focus on something. Maybe if you can't just sit, then listen to something, music, but put on something upbeat. Listen to a podcast that's uplifting. Don't just scroll social media. Again, scrolling is a fight or flight behavior. You know, your eyes are going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You're staring, you're locked into a screen, which is a freeze response state. So just something relaxing, something easy, something fun, something mindless, something soothing. You know, flip through a magazine. Try to slow down what you're doing if you can't sit perfectly still. Then try to just be instead of do, but be a little less, right? Do a little less. Try not to complete tasks. Try not to speed when you're doing it. Slow down. Remember to relax your body. Remember to breathe. Take breaths. Take breaks. Know that it is perfectly fine to just do nothing. But to take our mind off what's happening. It's okay. It's okay to take your focus off. As I know you think that if you take your focus off of it, you're taking your eye off the prize. And your body doesn't want to do that. It's convinced there's something wrong. So therefore its focus is like, I can't let go of this. I'm helping you, I'm protecting you by continuing to look at it and show it to you. But it's when we can take our focus off, distract in a fun way, a calm way, an easy way. The mind forgets to look at the body, it looks at something else. And suddenly, the symptoms are less. So allow yourself to take your mind off the danger. Right? Messages of safety is when you're doing something pleasant. You don't notice. So continue to do that. Right? We don't have to race through. We don't have to race through. We don't have to go at Mach speed. We don't have to get everything done on our list. But we can just do something if it's too hard to sit, but slow, easy, peaceful, restful. I know, but you'll get there. If it's too hard to be still because your symptoms are too overwhelming, then don't. Focus on a task, focus on something positive. Focus on where you want your brain to go then. If it's too overwhelming to just sit because the symptoms take you away, then get up and do something in a restful way, but put on happy music, put on meditation, put on something that makes you feel good. Teach your brain where you want to go. Teach your brain where you are going, because what you're feeling is accumulation of your past trauma, of the state that your brain is most often in, and that's reflected in your body over time. So it takes time. So if you can keep your mind off negative things, off even the trauma or the symptoms that are, making you feel a certain way, and put your mind onto something else that makes you feel better. So anything that you can do, try to feel better, right? Try to show your brain No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to start to cry. We're not going to obsess about this or the symptoms. We're going to do this. And we're going to listen to something good. And we're going to, it's a training. It's a brain training. It's like putting our attention. We still want to feel our feelings. We still want to get comfortable with sitting, being with ourselves. We want to work up to that. But sometimes in the beginning, it might be too hard. So little bits, 5 minutes of sitting with yourself. Then get up onto a new task, right? Don't push it if being with yourself is too overwhelming or working up to it. 30 seconds of silence and being with yourself. Often, little bits throughout the day. A minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, right? 10 minutes. And then a task. Something that makes you feel good, something that gets your mind off of it, and something that gets you participating in life or feeling better, or just even if you're not feeling better, you're thinking better. You're choosing to think better. Your body will eventually follow your mind, so keep your mind where you want it to go. Body will eventually follow.
And later that night, I do a fun project with my daughter. Tasks and activities that can be fun too. And the next morning, I pack them for her to take to school. Just mom stuff. All the tasks of the evening and the morning, the flurry of activity. Before they go back to school the next day. And no matter what the symptoms, no matter what the situation, it's important that we remember to try to enjoy these times, these moments, because this is our life after all, and it matters to the little people in them. So find presence where you can, and find joy where you can, in spite of everything that's going on in your body. They normally take the bus to school, but since she's got so many things to bring into the class, in spite of everything, I've decided to drive them today. Putting in a quick load of laundry before we head out. Keeping the mind focused on tasks. Gentle, easy tasks, not the body. Getting everything in the car. Scraping off the windshield from the frost. I'm feeling the morning light on my face.
just got done dropping the kids off, heading back home. Sometimes it's good to challenge ourselves. I haven't been driving a lot lately because of some of the symptoms that I'm having, like dizziness and stuff. Just feels unsafe to be out on the road. However, it is good to have days where you have to push yourself to do these things in small bursts. And if we continue to do them over time, even on our bad days, it does improve. Our confidence improves about doing them. And even if the symptoms don't improve, the confidence improves. And ultimately, that leads to symptom improvement down the road. So I'm glad that I came out and did it. It's Valentine's morning. I'm gonna go home and clean up from the big breakfast rush and then head out on a walk. I just returned home and I'm going to just go straight on my walk, get my dogs ready rather than undress. Okay, today we're going to practice some brain retraining while we do this walk. And so just take a deep breath. Breathe into the day, look around, see the environment, see what's out there. You can do this by imagining, or you can actually get your stuff on and come for a walk with me. Pause it here. If you're imagining, just imagine coming for this walk with me. And if you're coming on it, look around in your area and see what you see. Get used to the smells and the sounds and the beauty, maybe the feel of the wind, the feel of the air, the temperature, the sun hitting your face, you know, what the terrain is like, even, uneven. Just really get a sense of all your senses. Take some grounding breaths. And talk to yourself. Especially if you're symptomatic. This is why I'm doing this. We're gonna do practice brain retraining as we walk if you're having symptoms. So you start by saying, okay, I recognize that I'm having some looping thoughts and some symptom thoughts, and focusing on these symptoms and these thoughts. And I want to stop. I want to make a new choice here. It's okay, I recognize this, but I want to do something different. So I recognize you're having emotions and feelings and sensations. And if it's an emotion, I like to call that forward now. Okay, we're going to not really pay attention to sensations because I'd like to rewire those, brain. I'd like to stop looking at sensations. And instead, I would like to focus on emotions. What emotions are these sensations bringing up in you now? We call our emotions forward. Is it sadness? Is it fear? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? Is it shame? Is it guilt? Is it anger? Is it a combination? And just take a moment to feel those emotions now. I hear you, sadness. I see you, helplessness. I see you. I hear you. I allow you. I know it must be hard for you. I know it's sad. I know this is not what you want to be feeling or going through. I know you feel alone, abandoned and disillusioned. I recognize that, and I witness you, and I love you, and I'm here for you. I'm here to tell you I love you, to put my arms around you, sadness. But we don't want to stay in sadness. We don't want to stay in this emotional turmoil because it leads to sensations, which is the reason you're here in the first place. So let's stop and break the pattern. Let's release the sadness, the emotions that we're having, any stressors of the day, or reasons we're amped up. Let's let go of any doubt that something major is wrong, that maybe we aren't strong enough to fix it, that maybe we're just useless or a failure, whatever it is. Let's let all these non-helpful thoughts and doubts go and know that you have everything you need to heal yourself. It's right here in your breath and in your heart and in the air around you. And so look around now and orient to your environment and know that you have everything you need right here, right now, to heal. So now that we've broken our pattern and we are aware of what's happening, we try to release some emotions. We comfort ourselves. We're there for ourselves. We remind ourselves that these are just doubts. Now we remind ourselves what this really is. Okay, I want to remind you now that this is just a dysregulated autonomic nervous system. I know that your system, your fight or flight system, is overreacting in order to keep you safe. Because you've had trauma in the past, because of what you went through. This reaction helped to keep you safe and alive then. And so I know that it was useful, and I thank you. I know why you're doing this. I see why you're doing this. I know this is from trauma, from having to keep us surviving in the past. But this is not the same thing. We're okay now. You can settle down, system, and relax, because I'm here now to keep us safe. I know in the past you needed to do this. You needed to have this reaction in order to keep us alive and safe, and I thank you. I thank you for getting me this far. But this time, we're going to do it differently. We are okay. We're safe. The trauma is past. The event is over. I'm on my way to healing. And in order to heal, I want to remind myself this is just a dysregulated nervous system. And I know, and I'm thanking you for helping keep me safe. But this isn't how I want to do it. This time, I think we would be safer if we stayed calmer. I could be here and still keep you safe, still look out logically for any danger. You don't have to react through sensations. In fact, it would be more helpful if you breathed, if you slowed down, if you took slower breaths, if you spoke slower, if you walked calmer and slower, and reminded yourself that you are safe. Try to feel and connect to safety. You're safe, you're here, you're breathing, and you are going to be okay. You are going to be okay. I promise. And so even though you still have these overwhelming sensations, we're going to think of a time in the future now. Call up a memory, call up a feeling, call up something to get us going in the right direction. And so maybe we visualize ourselves now, instead of walking in winter through a forest, we're actually walking in summer on a beach. And we have no shoes on. And we feel the sand beneath our feet. And it feels so good. And the sun is hitting our face and it's so hot. We feel that nice heat on our skin. We feel alive and invigorated. And we're walking and we can see a smile across our face because we don't have sensations anymore as we're walking. We feel great in our body and we are fully healed. And we're so happy to be on this beautiful beach and being able to take the plane ride or the car ride that it took to get there. Because we're healed and it feels so happy and joy-filled and filled with peace. And you can smell that beautiful summer air and hear the crashing sound of the waves and feel the beautiful heat of the sand and the laughter of other people on this beach. You even smells of sunscreen and French fries and other summer smells that don't bother us in the least because our nervous system reacts just fine. It feels perfectly safe and it's thanking us because now we know that being calm led us here. Feeling of safety led us here. Instead of thinking negatively, putting ourselves in a position to create this moment right now with us on the beach, healed and alive and feeling great in our own body, has brought us to the actual beach feeling great in our own body. And it feels so good. And we allow that, knowing that even though right now we may have sensations, that this walk that we do in the not too near future is going to be beautiful and filled without symptoms, without sensations. And just knowing that gives us a sense of peace. And we thank our nervous system now. Thank you, nervous system, for protecting me in a new way, for choosing safety, for choosing peace, for thinking better thoughts and going down better roads. And even though we feel alarmed and even though we want to maybe fall apart, thank you for trusting this future version of yourself that knows you will be here faster and sooner if you stay calm, if you trust the process. And remember that this dysregulated nervous system just wants to feel safe and loved. And so if you can help it by speaking reassuringly to it, lovingly, kind, like a child, like somebody you love deeply. You know, looking around us right now, knowing that we have the same tools available to us now, the same air, the same beautiful soul as when we're healed. And even though I know that it's a stretch for you to feel it now as you walk, trusting and believing you are going to feel amazing doing this walk, not too far away. And so, thank you. I want to choose differently. I am going to choose differently. I know it's hard to choose differently, but this is how we're going to do it from now on, brain. This is how we're going to do it, nervous system, because it's better for all of us. And so we just continue to walk, knowing that we're loved and supported by the universe, and that by doing this, even though we can't sense it now, our nervous system is even just a little bit closer to healing, a little bit closer to that feeling of regulation and safety, and that we are making a good choice for us and for our future. And so we can feel proud of ourselves for spending this time and for making a new choice that brings us closer to the future that we want. And so now as you walk along, I want you to just feel this a little bit. Feel this and thank yourself and love yourself. So now that I'm back, I'm going to do a quick vacuum of this hallway that always gets really dirty after the kids leave in the morning. And then we're going to clean up from this morning. Time to put our focus back on gentle, easy tasks so that we don't fixate or obsess on the body or the symptoms or the negative ruminating thoughts. Best to retrain the brain to focus on something else. Okay, so the reason why we go into tasks right away is we don't want to give our brain too much time to think about other things. So we are going to let your brain feel. You are going to set a time aside to journal, cry, or whatever it is that you need to get out. But then you're going to carry on with your day. And carrying on with your day, even if you're home, even if you're housebound, means doing small tasks and focusing your brain elsewhere, as opposed to ruminating internally. So even if it's difficult, you want to put your focus into. Now we don't want to speed through tasks, we don't want to speed up the nervous system. So These are jobs that, hey, if we don't get them done, we don't get them done. We're not putting pressure on ourselves or making it difficult for ourselves. We're just continuously putting our mind on something else, but in a stress-free, calming way, and also something that makes us feel productive and good about ourselves, but that never overwhelms. And we're going to get folding. Now, while you're folding, if it is too difficult to just be with yourselves, if you have overwhelming symptoms, you can play relaxing music, you can play an interesting book, you could play an interesting podcast, but we are going to resist the urge to play anything too closely related to our symptoms or anything that's not positive. So just positive things, just things that are light and things that keep our mind off symptoms, because we're choosing a different pattern. And so doing laundry is very methodical, it's very easy. You just think of the lines, you think of the piles, congratulate yourself for making a better choice, for doing something productive. And that's how we get through task after task and allow these to multiply and add up in our lives, not only in our day, but in our lives and in our routine. We grow capacity, we grow resilience, and we grow a calming energy. We are teaching our brain and our nervous system to calm down, to re-regulate in a slow, easy, systematic way with plenty of routine, because the brain likes to follow routine, but not in our old thinking and not getting caught up and bound up in the helplessness and hopelessness of it, but in a new, constructive way. And just finishing up with 2 baskets of folding. It's time to go put them in the bedrooms. He is going to have to clean these up later. I do laundry, but if they mess it up, shove things under their bed, then they have to redo it themselves. She will also have to clean this up tonight. I will hang this dress up because she chose a different Valentine outfit this morning. I laid out 2 last night. So all of this is from the night before. Okay? I probably won't make a big deal about it tonight or give them any consequences, but she will have to come up to her room first and get this straightened before she can enjoy a nice night. these will go in the hamper. And I'll put some new hand towels in my son's bathroom too. Their bathrooms need a good clean. But I will attempt to do that another day, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Now I'm gonna organize a few little things. I've already got most of it organized for Valentine's, a little Valentine's gift for each kid. And then I will think about tonight's menu. And I'll put some treats on this plate here. So my attempts at healthy meals are never appreciated on special occasions. So I'm gonna order them a pizza, and I'll make steak. I'll thaw some steaks for my husband and I. Some mushrooms. Some organic broccoli, and that's what we will have for dinner. I think that should be good. Perhaps some guacamole. He loves guacamole. Put that on the side. For the kids, I'll order a pizza, and I do have these special treats that I made that I will get out. And I may serve a few leftover deviled eggs and olives as an appetizer for my husband and I, and if the kids want any. So I'm just going to let these thaw in a little bowl of water, and then I'll prepare the mushrooms and broccoli, and I'll order the pizza. We have the treats. Oh, and I do want to do strawberries, so we'll work on chocolate strawberries. To make it super easy on myself, I picked up a prepared salad, or had my husband pick it up actually, for the kids. And this, I normally make my salads from scratch, but since I'm ordering pizza, they'll have a Caesar salad with that, which they love and they enjoy. So, just Getting that in the bowl ready. I'll get my husband to pick the pizza up on the way home. I'll have it ordered and he can pick it up on the way home from work. Salad's done, and the steaks for my husband and I can be cooked with some salt and seasoning at the very last minute. Okay, so I'm gonna get my strawberries. They're not looking that great, but I'll wash them really good, and then I'm going to get some chocolate for them. I usually like to leave them on, but since the ends are a little dull, I might dip the bottoms this time. Take the white part right off. I'll save a few without chocolate, just in case. I think I'm probably not having chocolate tonight, so I'll just save a few aside. I'm going to leave these on the counter to harden. If I put them in the fridge, they'll get some condensation, but if I leave them on the counter, they'll be perfect and I can put them on the plate for tonight. I usually make my kids banana ice cream, so I just throw frozen bananas in the food processor, blend them, and then I can top it with this chocolate sauce that I'll put in a smaller bowl. Okay, so I'm all ready for tonight. I've done my walk. I will probably do meditation next, maybe journaling, meditation, somatic tracking, spend an hour and a half on that. It's noon. First, I'm going to maybe have something to eat and get my water because I haven't done that this morning. And then I'll do the somatic tracking, meditation, and journaling. I like to do the journaling first, just 10 minutes, then somatic tracking, sit with the sensations and feelings, and then meditation, try to clear the mind. And then I'll get back onto a task, redirecting the brain into something else until my children get home from school. So that is how we will do it. Just keep busy, keep yourself busy, but calm, relaxed. Make sure that you're meditating, walking, doing brain training, doing somatic tracking, being comfortable with silence, trying to sit in stillness as well. And then again, redirect your brain. And this is a lather, rinse, repeat process. So before I end this video, I'm just gonna get my water ready for the day. So the first thing I will put in is a little bit of Celtic sea salt, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. If I had some magnesium citrate in powder form, which I don't right now, then I would add that. But since I don't have any, I'm gonna add the magnesium that's got, basically it's the same thing. That's what it's got in it. But you can have magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate and in a powder form, and you would just add it to your water. As well as potassium, if you have potassium powder or new salt, you can look up new salt, which is just potassium. You can add that to your water, but since I don't, I just have an electrolyte powder that already contains the potassium, so I'll just add a little of that. And like I said, this will get filled 3 times, so I'll also drink a lot of water. I like to add a few things to the water for flavor, but also for some minerals. So just a handful of frozen blueberries, frozen strawberry or raspberries. I'll add just a few of that to the jar. I'll take a fresh whole lemon, cut it in half. It's already been washed, and squeeze it in and just keep it in the water. Oh, I'm out of cucumber, which I love to slice some cucumber in the water. But since I don't have any, I'll just slice a little bit of celery and throw that in. Now I'm gonna fill this with water. You wanna use filtered water? I have both a Berkey and an Aqua True. So this will be strong the first time around, but as I said, when I get down to about halfway, I'll add more water, and then when I get halfway, I'll add more water, and I'll do that about 5 times throughout the day. So in total, I drink about 3 of these a day. And there's a natural, minus the cucumber, a natural electrolyte water to drink. I'm also gonna take my supplements. Now, I don't pretend or ever assume that supplements will heal somebody, but I take them. As we know, I've just had COVID, so I'll take them, and I always take them. I don't add anymore. I just take what I feel works and has worked for me in the past. I could switch it out. I have a big drawer. I could switch it out, but this is what I'm taking right now, and I'll take that. And you only ever take what you're comfortable with. Nothing that freaks you out or nothing that you feel could trigger you. First thing I'm going to take is vitamin D3 K2. I'm gonna add my drops to a spoon. I'm only gonna take 5,000 IU. You can go up to 10,000 when you're sick, but that's what I'm comfortable at right now. So I'm gonna take 5,000, and I'm gonna add cod liver oil with vitamin D to it. Nice boost. And I keep my cod liver oil in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to take vitamin C right now, natural vitamin C, and I'm going to take 2,000 milligrams. I'll probably take 2 more at bedtime as well, just to keep my vitamin C going while I have this cold. I like to take a organ. This is just a mixture of different organs. Since I don't always get them in, I'm gonna take zinc right now. Being sick, I don't always take zinc, just when I have a cold. And I am gonna take 2 amino acids. I find amino acids are just really good all around for recovery, for healing, for anything physical. So I'm gonna take that. And colostrum, good for the gut, especially when I'm not eating a full range diet because I'm on keto. I'm gonna have something for the gut. So I'm just you can mix it in water or you can just take it. So then I'll just take these supplements and continue on, and not anything overwhelming, not too much, just enough that I feel like I'm supporting my body with supplements that I'm comfortable with, I know don't trigger me in any way, and will just give me that little added boost to my diet. Okay, I just finished a quick leftover deviled egg and a couple of olives and a couple of celery sticks. Sometimes I just fast and have 1 meal a day right now, and sometimes I'll just have a little bite in the afternoon and then have my main meal at dinner time. I'm gonna call and order the pizzas now and then sit down to a meditation. But now I'm just gonna settle in for somatic tracking and then meditation. So if you're not good at doing somatic tracking on your own or meditation, follow a guided somatic tracking. I have one, or you can find others. And then follow a guided mindfulness meditation. So you can follow both of those. I would do probably a 10-minute somatic tracking followed by a 20-minute meditation. The somatic tracking is just we're tuning into our body and we're getting grounded, and we're acknowledging the fact that we have symptoms, we have sensations. Tune into your sensations, you do your somatic tracking, allowing the sensations to be there. Then we ask the sensations, what emotions these are bringing up. And then we feel our emotions for a bit, and then we remind ourselves that this is a dysregulated nervous system. It's almost like brain retraining, and that allowing these in a peaceful way is helping our body and helping our system re-regulate. And now we're going to choose to let them go and to focus on a mindfulness meditation, which is more the breath and just being present in this present moment. If you cannot connect with that, then you can continue with the somatic tracking. You can continue to focus on the sensation. But if you can, then you clear your mind and you finish with a meditation where your mind is clear and you're focusing on just the present moment. Sometimes you can't, and so you just do somatic tracking all the way through. But either way, it's mindful, it's intentional, and we're gonna start with a half an hour now. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'll be back to plate up my Valentine's treats in a minute before I end this video, but pause the video here and find something online, whether it's from my channel or just from the internet at large, and let's work on that now. Settle in now. Do your practice now. And sometimes you can feel great after a somatic tracking and a meditation, and sometimes your symptoms can really rise to the top and you can feel worse. And I understand this. But when that's the case, We either want to connect with an emotion and journal right away, or just redirect, just do a brain retraining shift and redirect and focus your mind on better things, on different things, on something enjoyable or the task at hand. Settle into something nice, be kind and loving and reassuring to your body that you are healing, that even though you feel sensations everywhere that are overwhelming, you are healing, and you're going to focus and continue your day, because that's how we do incremental training. So that said, let's get up and move to another task. Before I do, I'm just going to shake it out. Shaking it out, however feels good. Get any stuckness out of your body. This is also good when you can sit or bounce on a yoga ball. Just gentle movement, gentle flow. Okay. And move to another activity. Okay, I'm gonna make up 2 trays for Valentine's Day of treats that I've made homemade, healthy and keto. So now I have an hour before the children will be home. I will probably try to upload this video, and I'm wishing everybody out there happy healing, happy Valentine's Day, and know you are loved, know you are safe. You can do this one day, one step at a time. So until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in